about the Champions League draw. Can you believe what happened today? The Champions League draw was such a mess. I mean, I was watching it and thinking, hang on a second, that can't be right. First of all, it can't be Villarreal and Man United. And then you're watching second bowl from the left, from the right, at the back. And that's where Man United, they should be pulled out from that Atletico Madrid. And I'm thinking, I can't be right here. I must have messed this up in my head. But of course, then they go and redo the thing. I mean, it's not that hard, is it, Dean? Really?
I mean, you'd think that, an establishment like UEFA would have every protocol in place that if anything like this, it should be rectified incredibly quickly with no fuss whatsoever. I mean, do you know, when we're on a lads' trip, on a golfing trip, and we're pulling out of a hat, and you can't play with the same person you played with yesterday, well, it's not that hard. We do it, and we've had them in 10 pints. I mean, so I can't see how on such a huge worldwide competition that this can happen, and then they just throw the blame and deflect to someone else.
Amazing, absolutely amazing, really, truly incredible. They got it done again in the end, and the Champions League draw, in case you haven't heard, it is as follows. It's Salzburg against Bayern Munich. Chelsea had a touch there, didn't they? Sporting Lisbon against Man City. Benfica, Ajax. I fancy Ajax to go a long way. Chelsea against Lille, which was the draw from the first draw as well. Atletico Madrid against Man United. Villarreal against Juventus. Inter Milan against Liverpool. PSG against Real Madrid, which looks like a magnificent tie, bearing in mind Real Madrid are absolutely flying in Spain right now. But a lot of people were really upset, Dean, that they're not going to get Messi, Ronaldo, because that was the draw first off, PSG, Manchester United. We have seen Messi versus Ronaldo so many times over the years. Do people think they've not played against each other or something? Am I missing something here?
No, but it's about that last opportunity. Everyone still wants to see Messi versus Ronaldo. It's the ultimate. It's the ultimate at the moment in football in terms of the talking point as who's the best. And you want to see them on the same pitch. That can be the best way that everyone can decide who's the best player in the world out of the two. And it was there. Imagine some people's phones in terms of tickets and flights and hotel. It would have just gone mad straight away.
Can you imagine if these things were booked already and then they decide to redraw? Wow, there must be some unhappy people. But are either of them in the top 10 players in the world right now? They were, of course they were. They were both leading the way for a long time. But are either of them in the top 10 right now? Really?
I think it's a great point. I think it's a very, very good point. In terms of form, you would have to say no. You would, because I'm not being funny. Ronaldo was so bad at Carrow Road. He was awful.
And he missed a sitter as well.
Honestly, he kept miscontrolling it, kept losing the ball. Messi started to settle. He seems like in Kylian Mbappe, he's just got somebody there that he can link with just a little bit. They're a bit special already, them two.
Okay, that's fine, but the Messi we saw at Man City in the Champions League wasn't particularly great. So basically, what we're saying is, everybody wanted PSG to play Man United because they wanted to see Messi against Ronaldo. They're basically watching two statues play each other because they ain't going to move a muscle during the game. If you don't get a penalty, then Ronaldo will be on the score sheet. He might get a 95th minute goal like he normally does in the Champions League. Messi might have a little flash of brilliance now and then, but if they haven't got the ball, he is literally just going to stand around doing nothing. So quite why there was this burning desire to watch two statues play each other at the end of their careers. I mean, might as well have you out there as well, Dean. Do you know what I mean? In terms of the movement, just unbelievable. Might as well have me out there. I couldn't see the...
I would pay a fortune to be out there with them two. An absolute fortune. You name the price and I'm there. I'm remortgaging to get on the same pitch as them two. You've obviously moved on. I haven't. As soon as that tie came out, I thought, wow, I cannot wait for that. I was sucked in straight away, but you've moved on, huh?
Do you know what? It's really interesting that because I saw so many people on Twitter going on about Messi, Ronaldo and getting excited about it when the first draw happened. In many ways, I was so relieved when they weren't pulled out again in the second draw, because I think the football world has moved on. Yes, their history is, the legacy is never going to change. That these two are icons of this era of football, no question about it, and they have been both of them absolutely fantastic. And that debate, who was the best at their peak, will probably rage on forever, and there's never a right or wrong answer, I don't think, and that's one of the beauties of that debate. But right now, I'm looking at the form and thinking, well, Paris in the Champions League, did Messi really rip it up when he played? Scored a good goal against Man City? I'm not convinced. Ronaldo, when I've seen him, yes, he's given some very, very special moments for Manchester United. There's no doubt about that. He's delivered some incredible moments. But in terms of your outstanding 90, 95-minute performances, they have not been there from Cristiano Ronaldo. Whether that means he shouldn't be in the team or not is a completely different matter. But I think that there are comfortably 10 better players in the world than them. They're not in the top 10, either of them. So yes, I do, Dean, think that we have moved on from the Messi Ronaldo. And the danger we've got, people like you still thinking it's massive, is that actually they're not going to deliver on those expectations and everybody's going to be disappointed.
But they will. That's what they do. That's what icons do. And that's why the likes of Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, people want to see these talents because they can produce moments, and it's what they represent in terms of when it's Ronaldo, it's his physique, it's his attitude. When it's Messi, it's the street kid that just looks like he's still, in Argentina when he's a young lad and just got that free flowing. It's what they represent. That's why everybody would have wanted tickets. Everyone except you would have wanted tickets to get to Old Trafford to watch them, to at least say you've watched them.
Well, they have played against each other a number of times. They did it in La Liga regularly. So I don't know what the big fuss is about. But I would also say that they're basically at a stage in their career where they're modelling for the statues. That's what they're doing. And the other question we'll get into very shortly, why on earth when Chelsea were drawn against Lille, they all thought, we missed the big clubs there, missed Bayern Munich. And then when the redraw happened, Andy Jacobs, I don't know if you heard him, he was fuming, absolutely fuming. Then what happens? Lucky Chelsea go and get Lille again. But what makes them think they're going to beat Lille? They couldn't beat Burnley. They needed a dodgy penalty to beat Leeds at the weekend. So Chelsea, if they hit this kind of form come the Champions League knockout stages coming back, I don't think that they're necessarily going to get through against Lille. So they shouldn't think they've got the easy draw, because for Chelsea, nothing seems easy at the moment.